Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Extinguisher 10, and today we are finding out who Madden thinks is going to win the Super Bowl, and really just how this entire season is gonna go. But before we do this little experiment, I'd appreciate it if you consider jumping on down and hitting that big red subscribe button below and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We have all kinds of different videos. We have our Eagles franchise series. We have how to draft, how to advance your players. We do experiments on occasion. We do rebuilds. And if you like more than just football, we also do baseball with Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. and MLB The Show 20. And of course, if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave her a big ol' like. It really helps out the channel. But with all that being said, let's advance to the end of the season and see what we've got. And here at the end of the season, we can see that the team that we're using, which is the Jets, did not make the playoffs. Let's see how everything stands, and we'll see. We'll advance the week and kind of go week by week with the playoffs. So just an overview of the NFL. The top teams: Ravens 13-3, Seahawks 12-4, Saints 11-5. Same with Patriots, Chargers, and the Browns. And let's go. So we highlighted the top teams. Now at the bottom, we're seeing the cellar dwellers. Wow, the Vikings 2-14. Wow. Texans 3-13, Cardinals 3-13, and then so on and so on. Let's check it out by division. So in the AFC North, the Ravens won 13-3, as we know. The 11-5 Browns got a playoff spot, along with the 9-7 Bengals. All right, nice. And the Steelers 9-7 also. Very, very strong division this year, according to Madden. Colts winning the AFC South at 8-8. Yikes. Jaguars 7-9. Titans 7-9. Texans, as we already saw, 13-3 in the AFC East. They say the Patriots, forget Brady, they're still going 11-5, winning the division. Bills 8-8, Dolphins 6-9-1, and the Jets 6-10. In the AFC West, the Chargers winning the division at 11-5, the Chiefs at 10-6. That's some interesting regression that we're seeing there, but I mean, post Super Bowl, that tends to happen. And the Raiders 8-8, Broncos 5-10-1. Okay. Now in the NFC, we're starting with the North. The Packers winning the division at 10-6. The Lions 9-7. Interesting. Bears 9-7, both making the playoffs. And the Vikings, as we saw, 2-14. Wow. Saints 11-5. Interesting, winning the division. Panthers, they're expecting quite the resurgence with Teddy Bridgewater. All right, 9-7, taking a playoff spot. Buccaneers improving under the leadership of Tom Brady. Rob Gronkowski, let's try that again. And they just signed Leonard Fournette like 2 days ago, at least 2 days ago, according to recording. And yeah, even with those monster offensive pieces added, still only went 8-8. Falcons, yeah, it looks about right. 5-11. And the all right, this might be the funniest thing I've seen so far. The 9-7 Giants winning the division. Okay, yeah, that's silly. The Eagles 8-8, Cowboys 8-8. It seems like the Cowboys go 8-8 every year. And the Washington football team 6-10. And then rounding out the standings, Seahawks winning the division at 12-4. 49ers 8-8. I do expect some regression, so I don't know if it'll be as low as 8-8. But yeah, not as good as last year. Rams 6-10. That sounds about right. Cardinals, they should be better than last year, 3-13. But I don't expect them to be good either. So that's the standings. And before we go and advance the weeks, let's check out how about some outstanding statistics before we get into the awards. And wow, they are saying this is the year of the mobile quarterback. Look at that. Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. All right, so it kind of stops there. Well, no, it picks back up again. Kind of mobile. Jeez, look at that. The top guys are mobile, although more and more quarterbacks are mobile versus the past. But yeah, Cam Newton lead the league with 46-21 for yards. That's 4,621. And let's see who led the team in touchdowns. That would be Cam Newton with 47. Lamar Jackson number 2 in both of those categories. How about completions? I'm curious about that. And Cam Newton with 390. Looks like we're kind of going along the lines, or same lines. And Matt Ryan, ooh, Matty Ice, he has no problem. Yeah, I'm cool. ice running through my veins. Yep, that's a pick 6. Oh, yeah. 22 picks. Daniel Jones of the division-winning Giants with 20 picks. Interesting. And yeah, okay. How about a completion percentage? How about we're looking at Russell Wilson leading the league with 70%. Lamar Jackson, number 2, with 69. And how about yards per game? Why not? Who really just flung it around? And oh, well, of course, Cam Newton. That just makes sense. Quarterback rating, skip the guys who didn't play. Lamar Jackson leading the league by a hair, 113.8. And Russell Wilson, 113.5. Aaron Rodgers, 110.4. And sure, yards per attempt. And Lamar Jackson, 8.6, getting that ball down the field. How about the longest? And 95 yards, not bad. There's quite a few long plays here. And sacks, who got just smashed to smithereens? Gardner Minshew, 51 sacks. Yikes. Josh Allen got hit quite a bit, same with Kirk Cousins. Well, that makes sense why you guys didn't do too well. Dwayne Haskins, yeah. Looks like there's quite the correlation between winning record and quarterback play and sacks. So, yeah, let's just go on to rushing yards. And Zeke, he led the league with 1382. That's assuming he doesn't get suspended or injured, but I believe that if he was healthy. And Christian McCaffrey, 1341. Quite a jump down after that. Josh Jacobs with 1167, and so on and so on. And who led the league in attempts? That would be Damian Williams with 282, 3.9 yards per carry. How about for? Oh, come on, let's. Darius Geis for the little bit he got in there. Oh, he's with the Bills. Interesting, 5.5. But for someone who really toted the rock, 5.4 yards per attempt for Christian McCaffrey leading the league. And touchdowns, wow, quite a few people with 12. That would be James Conner, Alexander Madison, Derrick Henry, and Alvin Kamara. And wow, no one really pulling away with that fumble lead. No one having more than 2. Not even going to list those off. And broken tackles, 52 by Miles Sanders and Derrick Henry. Wow. Just get off me, boy. Wow, just get off me. And yards after contact, that would be 333 by Derrick Henry. Makes sense with all them broken tackles. And receiving, Travis Kelce leading the league with 104 receptions. And he also led the league in yardage with 1226. Julian Edelman, I don't know about that, 1205. Devontae Adams leading the league with 16 receiving touchdowns. Jamison Crowder, with 15. And giving up the most sacks in the league, the best of the worst, or the worst of the best, however you want to look at it. Rob Havenstein with 18 sacks, and also Jesse Davis. Both of those guys giving up 18 sacks apiece. And, oh, look at that. Riley Reef giving up 14, but only playing in 13 games. Ooh, that might be worse than giving up 18 in 16. That's probably pretty close. Anyway, defense. Joe Schobert leading the league. Seems like every year Joe Schobert does really well in getting a lot of tackles, no matter what his rating is. Even when it was like 68, he's still got a ton of tackles, but he's leading the league in this simulation with 135, CJ Mosley with 125, and tackles for loss, we are looking at Vita Vea with 22 tackles for loss. Nice. Apparently JJ Watt stayed healthy. I did leave injuries on. He had 18, same with Brandon Graham and Trey Flowers. Sacks, 15.5 by Aaron Donald leading the league. Calais Campbell with 15 interceptions. We're looking at 6 by Marshawn Lattimore and 6 by Miles Jack. Nice. Pass deflections, Mr. Alexander leading the league with 12. That's not the most exciting thing. How about forced fumbles? Kenny Vaccaro leading the league with 3. Let's say that again. Fumble recoveries. Kenny Vaccaro leading the league with 2 recoveries. Same with Kyle Fuller, Jahali Tavia, William Jackson, and Logan Ryan. Fumble return yards. Is that interesting? Not at all. 5? Dang. How about blocks? Lots of people with 1. Nobody standing out. Safeties, Aaron Donald, Rashaan Evans, and Ricardo Allen, each with 1. And defensive touchdowns, Darius Slay and Carlton Davis, both with 2. And that's about it for defense. And how about kicking? What do we have here for kicking? Zane Gonzalez leading the league with 25 completions. Matt Gay leading the league with percentage. 13 for 13, not bad. You did the best with what you had. And the longest field goal made through the year, Matt Gay and Brett Maher. Yeah, Brett Maher. Sure. 58 for each of them. Punting, who cares? Let's see, most yards by Zay Jones with 863. Most touchdowns, 4 guys with 1. Zay Jones, Henry Ruggs, Philip Dorsett, and Nelson Aguilar. And for the long, should be those 3. Yep, all significantly longer. I would have figured someone would have got like 75 and kind of, you know, just shy, got caught at the very end. Punt return yardage, we're looking at Golden Tate with 357, easily beating out anybody else. And only 3 guys with touchdowns. That would be Tate with 1, Amendola with 1, and D.D. Westbrook with 1. So that's it for the stats. Now we're going to check out awards. And as you can see, Cam Newton winning the league MVP. Russell Wilson, 2nd place for the 2nd year in a row. Lamar Jackson didn't drift too far from it, getting 3rd, and so on and so on. Oh, Jimmy G, really? Joe Burrow, really? Baker Mayfield, really? Okay, so I'm surprised by this bottom group, but I mean, come on. Brady, of course, he's going to be in the top 10. Rodgers, of course. Mahomes, of course. Josh Allen, that's 4th place. Bills should do a lot better than 8-8 if he gets 4th place. Coach of the year, we're looking at John Harbaugh of the 13-3 Ravens. You go 13-3, makes sense. I think they had the best record, if I remember right. So in the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, of course, it's the MVP, Cam Newton. Just makes sense. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Jack. And Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow, makes sense, making the top 10 in the MVP race. Patrick Queen of the Ravens getting Defensive Player of the Year. And Best Quarterback, of course, your league MVP, Cam Newton. Running back, Derrick Henry. He's getting that. 2nd place, Nick Chubb. Nice. And best wide receiver, Jamison Crowder. Not bad. And really, Devin Duvernay. He got 2nd place. Very interesting. And best offensive lineman. Wow, Ravens are getting a lot of awards. Ronnie Stanley getting that. And Mitchell Schwartz, all right. Quentin Nelson, interesting. Defensive line, J.J. Watt. Well, if you stay healthy, you stand a chance at getting it. But yeah, J.J. Watt winning Defensive Lineman of the Year. Best linebacker in the AFC, Myles Jack, of course. Defensive back, William Jackson, the 3rd of the Bengals. Nice. Tyler Bass of the Bills. Best kicker in the AFC. And we are back to the beginning. So now, NFC. The NFC Offensive Player of the Year, the 2nd place guy in the MVP race. That would be Russell Wilson. And then Defensive Player of the Year, Demario Davis of the Saints. Offensive Rookie of the Year, CeeDee Lamb. DeAndre Swift. Actually, I normally see him getting Offensive Rookie of the Year. Justin Jefferson, Keyshawn Vaughn, Antonio Gibson, Eno Benjamin, Jordan Love. Jordan Love? Wow, that says something. Cam Akers, Jason Huntley, and Jet Anderson. There's some guys I expected to see up there that weren't. Defensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC, Derek Brown of the Panthers, and Isaiah Simmons of the Cardinals. Russell Wilson, of course, best quarterback in the NFC, followed by Aaron Rodgers. Best running back in the NFC, Alvin Kamara. Oof. You know, this is really making me realize where all the best running backs are. They're in the NFC. Kamara, then McCaffrey, then Elliott. Wow, Barkley. All right, Sanders, you're not there yet, but you might get there someday. But anyway, best wide receiver, Devontae Adams. Cordero Patterson, 2nd place. Wow, that would be a surprise to even his mama. Yeah, she doesn't even believe in that. And yeah, offensive lineman, that would be David Bakhtiari of the Packers winning that Defensive Lineman of the Year. There he is, Aaron Donald. I expected that. And best linebacker, Roquan Swint. And best linebacker, that would be Roquan Smith of the Bears. Best defensive back, Marshawn Lattimore of the Saints. Best kicker, Robbie Gould of the 49ers. And we're back to the beginning. All right, let's check out our playoff matchups. And in the wild card round, we have the Browns at the Colts, the Chiefs at the Chargers, the Bengals at the Patriots, the Panthers at the Giants, the Lions at the Packers, and the Bears at the Saints. It just occurred to me, the Chargers? Really? You're either going to have a rookie quarterback or Tyrod Taylor lead you to a division title over the Chiefs? I don't know about that. I mean, I like Tyrod Taylor, but I don't know about that. But yeah, let's advance the week and see what kind of results we get. And we have the Browns defeating the Colts, the Chiefs blowing out the Chargers, proving that they are the class of that division. The Bengals beating the Patriots, the Panthers defeating the Giants, the Packers defeating the Lions, and the Saints blowing the doors off of the Bears. Some of this is pretty interesting. The away team won the first 4 games here. It's only until the last 2 that we got any kind of home team actually winning, and really only one was actually a blowout. That's very interesting. So let's check out our matchup for the next week. We have the Bengals at the Ravens, the Panthers at the Seahawks, the Chiefs at the Browns, and the Packers at the Saints. This should be kind of an interesting matchup all around. Let's advance the week and see what we have. And here we have the Bengals losing out to the Ravens 21-31. The Panthers defeating the Seahawks 30-24. Chiefs losing to the Browns 22-38. I don't know about that one. And the Packers losing to the Saints 20-28. So now let's advance the week and see who's going to win the next matchup. And there we go. We have the Browns losing in a nail-biter to the Ravens in the AFC Championship game, and the Panthers getting just destroyed by the Saints 14-34. So we have ourselves a matchup of the Saints at the Ravens, although it's a neutral site, but okay, whatever, that's what it says. The Saints at the Ravens. Let's advance the week and see who wins this. And there we have it. The Saints losing out to the Baltimore Ravens 13-28. Let's check out the box score, see how this went. So apparently Lamar Jackson was the only guy to throw a pass in the entire game. I'm thinking Drew Brees retired. So I guess we'll just have to go without those numbers. But Jackson tore it up, 135.6 quarterback rating, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did get sacked twice. Rushing, we are looking at, wow, ball kind of got spread around quite a bit. Baltimore leading the game there. Melvin Ingram with, in a revenge game for him. Didn't even realize that till now. Yeah, Melvin Ingram with 59 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 42. Alvin Kamara leading the Saints with 39. And this was just all Ravens all the time on the ground. Wow-wee. And yeah, Lamar Jackson even had 26. Gus Edwards had 21. Wow, this is all Ravens except for Kamara's 39 yards. Wow. No touchdowns, no fumbles. And receiving 10 receptions by Devin Duvernay, 6 by Emmanuel Sanders, 5 by Hollywood Brown, and nobody with 100 yards. Devin coming just short with 99. And touchdowns, quite a few people with 1. Devin, 1. Hollywood, 1. Michael Thomas, 1. Miles Boykin, 1. Nick Boyle, 1. Whew. This really was a blowout. 2 sacks given up by Andreas Pete, 1 by Orlando Brown, and 1 by Nick Easton. Defensively, we have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson leading the game with 10 tackles. Nigel Braden and Demario Davis each with 9 tackles for loss. 3 by Demario Davis, 3 by Cameron Johnson. And sacks, 1.5 by Derek Wolfe. I thought he was still with the Broncos. Shows what I know. 1 by Cam Jordan, 1 by Nigel Braden, and half of 1 by Jimmy Smith. Interceptions, No interceptions in the game. Interesting. Kicking, anything interesting on the kicking front? No field goals made. Justin Tucker had an easy game. 4 for 4 and extra points. And for a little bonus content, I wasn't planning on doing the off-season, but you know what? Let's show where some of the top free agents went. So it looks like Richard Sherman went to the Jets. That's interesting. Bud Dupree also went to the Jets. Wow, and there was a lot of activity too. Trent Williams went to the Steelers. Kareem Hunt went to the Washington football team. Marcus Williams went to the Jags. Damian Harrison Sr., he went to the Seahawks. Keanu Neal, he went to the Ravens. Chidobe Awozi, he went to the Raiders. Alex Mack, that girly tub of goo, he went to the Bengals. And Sheldon Rankins went to the Panthers. Devontae Freeman went to the ugly ass Chargers logo. Ugh. Tack McKinley went to the Bills. Nicole Roby-Coleman went to the Browns. Jordan Reed went to the Cardinals. Devin Funchess went to the Patriots. Alejandro Villanueva went to the San Francisco 49ers. Gerald Everett went to the Washington football team. And Ron Leary went to the Bengals. And why not? Let's just finish this video off with the draft. So, let's skip ahead and... Oh, did they just make their pick anyway? Yes, they did. So, Penny Sewell, the left tackle out of Oregon, taken first overall by the Vikings. And now, what are the Dolphins going to take? The Dolphins are going to take wide receiver Jamar Chase. Interesting. And the Cardinals, they are going to take left end Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. And the Falcons, they take, a prodigy player. Or, well, not a prodigy, a legacy? No. What do you call a second generation guy? I don't know. Second generation player. And Patrick Surtain, the second. I remember watching his dad play with the Dolphins. But anyway, looks like they should have a good cornerback. And the Broncos take Dylan Moses for middle linebacker. The Jets now take Sean Wade, 76 overall cornerback. And the Washington football franchise, they are going to select Trevor Lawrence, our first quarterback off the board. They say, forget Dwayne Haskins. We're going for Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be our new franchise quarterback. And the Jags, they take left tackle Alex Leatherwood. Interesting. Left tackle out of Not Applicable. And then the Dolphins take defensive tackle Marvin Wilson. Interesting. They already have quite a few defensive tackles, but okay, Madden. And quarterback Justin Fields, the second one coming off the board. He is going to the Titans. They're taking their quarterback of the future because they kind of have a placeholder right now. Kind of a game manager. And then the Jaguars, back on the clock, board, whatever, they take Wyatt Davis, left guard, really enforcing that offensive line. And the Raiders, with another pick, they are taking Micah Parsons, right outside linebacker, 77 overall. And then the Bills take tight end Kyle Pitts out of Florida. And with the 14th pick, the Cowboys take free safety Javon Holland. And apparently the Eagles need more offensive linemen. They're not satisfied with, I forget his name, but anyway, they're not satisfied with him. They are taking Sam Kosimi, left tackle, out of Not Applicable. And then the 49ers take a cornerback in Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. The Buccaneers, they know they need some defense. They're going for Aidan Hutchinson, right end out of Michigan. And the Steelers taking their quarterback of the future, or if he retired, their quarterback of now, Trey Lance, out of North Dakota State, 72 overall. And the Colts take center Creed Humphrey to really combine for a nice interior offensive line that they've already got going on. And the Bears take defensive tackle Jalen Tuwiman out of Pittsburgh. All right. And the Giants take offensive lineman Josh Myers. They desperately need some offensive line help, so that is a great pick on their part. And the Lions taking another tight end. Okay. Pat Furmeyer, yeah, out of Penn State. And the Chargers taking left guard Trey Smith with their 23rd pick. And the Patriots going defensive tackle with Jay Tuffel out of USC. Bengals going quarterback with Tyson Campbell, 74 overall. Good pick. And the Packers taking defensive tackle Christian Barmore, 71 overall. There you go. And the Chiefs, they go wide receiver, another choice for their stud quarterback to throw to, Devonta Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama, 75 overall. And the Jets, with their second pick in the first round, they are taking Quincy Roach, left outside linebacker out of Miami. Panthers going right guard, and the first player to not crack the 70 or higher mark as far as overall, Devontae Brown, right guard. And Brown's going with a cornerback to pair with, what's his name, who's already pretty good, Paulson Adebo out of Stanford. And with the 31st pick in the first round, the Saints are taking cornerback Israel Mukadamu out of South Carolina, 73 overall. And for the last pick in the first round, we have the Ravens taking cornerback Eric Stokes out of Georgia. And that's gonna be the video. If you did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a big ol' like. It really helps out the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, jump on down, hit that big red subscribe button below, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. But until next time, this is Extinguisher 10 signing out. Have a great rest of your day.
See you, chump.